Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third graders. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you to help you and support you to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. So this morning I came across one of our favorite stories. My very first year of ever teaching third grade, I had a student who fell in love with this book. It's one of the Adventures of the Bailey School Kids series, and this one is called Werewolves Don't Go to Summer School to Summer Camp. And Mr. Jenkins happens to be a new camp director, and there are some rumors going around because he howls at the moon and has some weird figures in the background. But could he be really a werewolf? I don't know. You're going to have to check this out. Now, you can check out this book either by visiting your local county library, or you can easily go online and check a story out through Sora. All right, now speaking of Sora, we love to count down and see our students who are our schools here in Fresno Unified that are our top checkout schools here within Fresno Unified. So this week in third place, we have, wow, Edison High School. Great job, Tigers. So we're gonna put you right here on our poster. Nice work. How do you get your school up on this board? It's super easy. All you need to do is check out a book. Now, boys and girls, I also put a fun activity book up here so that I would remember to talk about it. If you notice down below, you're going to see there's an address that shows up for Valley PBS. If you send me your name and address, and you can include a little note in there. Maybe you're going to write what you've been learning in class, or maybe you're going to tell me about a really fun book you just finished reading so that I can share it with other third graders so that they know what to check out, maybe through Sora. I'll put in the mail for you a fun activity book that you can have at home, and there's no cost to you. Just don't forget to include your return address so that I can get this out to you. All right, are you ready to start today? Let's go through. I've got 3 things that we're going to do today. We're going to look at some R-controlled vowels. We're going to look at our suffixes, and then we're going to finish up. We've been reading about the solar system and practicing our main idea and details. You ready to start? Okay, let's get going. Let's start out by looking at those R-controlled vowels. Now, I brought the chair card with us because that has the air sound. So when we're thinking about these words, we're going to be making the air sound. Now, I don't have a sound spelling card for my words that are here in blue. You're going to notice I've got 3 different spellings for blue, and these are going to be ear. If I had like an ear card, I would put it here so that we can practice these spelling patterns as well. You're going to notice that several of the spelling patterns are the same. So it's really important that we become fluent with both of them. Practice. How do we get better? Practice. Read, read, read. Okay, let's go through, let's look at them, and let's read them together. So starting with the air sound, air can be spelled A-I-R, and look at this word here. Say it at home. Stare. Good. Then we have A-R-E, can say air, like in this word, compare. Good. And then E-R-E can, E-A-R can say air, like in this word, pear. Do you like to eat pears? Yeah, me too. And this one, E-R-E can say air, like in therefore. Therefore. Good. Now, in the blue section, this is where we're going to switch over to ear. We're thinking about our ear. Touch your ear. And these 3 spellings can also say ear. So E-R-E can say ear, like in this word, sphere. sphere. Good. And EAR can say ear, like in near. And EER also says ear, like in career. Excellent job. Okay, so boys and girls, let's switch gears. We're gonna get rid of this little poster, move them to the back, and we're gonna talk about suffixes. Now, we've been practicing suffixes and prefixes the last few weeks. And so I've got 2 new suffixes we've been practicing this week. To start us out though, let's talk about a base word. Now remember, a base word is just that. It's a word that can stand on its own and has its own meaning. Let's look at 2 of them. Neat and hair. Those words can be just by themselves, right? But if I want to add a suffix to the end, a suffix is a group of letters that's added to the end of a word to change its meaning. So we're going to change the meaning by adding these letters. So I've got ly. Ly means that it's done in a certain way. So if I take ly and I add it to neat, now I've got a certain way of doing something. We're going to be doing it neatly. Good. Okay, how about this one? Y, the suffix y, means that it's full of or having. So if I have hair and I add y to hair, now I have hairy. It tells us that we're definitely full of what? A lot of hair, right? So what does this look like when we go through, when we practice? When we practice those R-controlled vowels, when we're practicing our suffixes in a practice page. Now, right here, you're going to notice underneath there are a lot more words, but we're going to practice a few of them together. And here's what we're doing. We're going to read these words, and then we're going to sort them based on where their spelling pattern matches. This is something you could do at home, taking your words and just putting them on flashcards and sorting them out. Okay, so we're looking for a word that's spelled with AIR, like in chair. So let's read all of our words. Read them with me. We've got pair, career, there, pair, shared, and dear. Did you see that AIR word? Right there, good. So we're gonna add it right here. Now we're looking for the word ARE, like in care. ARE, like in care. Here it is. Shared. Does shared have the same sound as care? Good. How about EAR, like in where? Because I've got EAR and EAR. This one's dear. Oh, good. You caught it. We're wanting pair. Good. See how we had to say and practice the words out loud? Okay, ear as in fear. So EAR, fear and dear. Good. All right, ERE, like in where, we've got there, and EER, like cheer, is career. You guys are outstanding. Great job. Okay, let's do 1 or 2 of these with our suffixes and give a little practice. So we've got my teacher speaks in a quiet way in the library. What would we add to the end of quiet to say that it's in a quiet way? What would we add? Quietly. Good job. LY. Good. And if it's full of rain, the day was full of rain, but we still had fun, what would we add to rain to mean that it's full of rain? We would say it's rainy. We'd add that Y. Great. All right. Boys and girls, that is fantastic. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Now, I want to close out today by talking about main idea and details. And I love to play our little game called Detail, 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 What's My Main Idea? Again, something you can do on your own with maybe an adult or a sibling, but it's coming up with some of these details or clues until you can figure out what the main idea is. Let's look at today's clues. We have waves, and shells, and sand. What do sand, shells, and waves all have in common? Yeah, it's the beach. Good job. So that's what we're going to be doing today as we're reading. We're looking, how do these details, what do they all have in common, and what's the main idea? Okay, we've been learning about our solar system, so let's continue reading about some of the planets that are in our solar system. Okay, read with me. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are called gas giants. They are mostly made of gas. They are the largest planets in the solar system. They are also farthest from the sun. Earth is one of the largest of the rocky planets. It is the 5th largest planet in the solar system. Earth is nearly 8,000 miles. Now hold on to this, I'm going to come back to it. Wide. Do you see that there's a parenthesis right here and it talks about kilometers? 12,800 kilometers. In the United States, we don't use this metric system, but if we were reading in another country, we might use it. So we include both of them. All right, just a side note for you. All right, but our planet is much smaller than the gas giants. More than 1,000 Earths could fit inside Jupiter, the biggest planet. Now I want to stop right here because I want us to talk about what are some details that we just read in this paragraph. Okay, well, let's start with the top one. It says right here, Earth is the largest of the rocky planets, because we were talking about all these different types of planets, right? Rocky planets, gas planets. Earth is the largest. Then we talked about that Earth is nearly 8,000 miles wide. And we finished off with, but our planet is much smaller than the gas giants. So those are our 3 details. Now, I wrote them out here so we can kind of look at them. Earth is the largest of the rocky planets. Earth is nearly 8,000 miles wide. And the last one was, our planet is much smaller than the gas giants. So what do these 3 details have in common? What are we learning about? Let's put it right here. That's right. Earth is the largest. We're talking about the size of the planets. It's the largest of the rocky planets, but what about the gas giants? You've got it. It's smaller than those gas giants. So we're talking about all about the size of Earth. So these details helped us discover the size of Earth. Okay, let's finish out this last paragraph. Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. The sun is about 93 million miles away from Earth. To travel that far on Earth, you would have to circle the globe 3,733 times. Oh my goodness, I can't even get that. I can't even wrap my mind around that. So much fun learning about our solar system. Boys and girls, I had such a great time hanging out with you today as we are learning about main idea and details. I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow on PBS. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.